Welcome to update 11.10 and the very first month of the Battle Pass. This is something that will continue month to month. Each patch, I'm assuming we're going to get a slight update, small variations. They've already talked about the overall reward being very similar, just not necessarily the exact same bundles and items for each Battle Pass level. But it can be a little bit confusing looking at a new system like this, so today I want to explain to you how it all works, and then maybe give a small suggestion based on my experience with it here in the first day. Spent a lot of time looking at it actually on stream, talking to people, but what we think is reasonable when it comes to if you should buy this or not. Because there is some decent value here, you just have to play the game a lot to actually make use of this value. To start with, let's take a look at the three options you have for engaging with this Battle Pass. Of course, there's the free option, which is available to everyone. This is what you're going to have. And there's some decent free rewards here. And you get access to the basic mission chains that we'll look at in a little bit. That's how you earn points to actually progress on the Battle Pass. The Premium Pass, of course, unlocks the bottom tier, the premium rewards from this Battle Pass, and it's for 2,500 doubloons. I've already clicked on it here, trying to unlock the whole system just to see what is all here, but it was 2,500 doubloons, I believe, and that'll actually give you 7,500 coal and 5 million credits. Not a lot to start with, but of course a Battle Pass is all about those small rewards every day, every time you unlock a new level, and then something big at the very end. The last thing you should know is that season bonuses is entirely separate from the Premium Pass, and it costs much more. I believe it was 3,750 doubloons here, so a much larger cost when compared to the Premium Pass. And this season bonuses is the only way to get more combat missions. This was a big deal here that I realized very late in my stream today, but this more combat missions is going to be very important later on. Other small bonuses you get from this season bonuses is a small percentage bump to coal, steel, and research points, small bump to doubloons you earn, and possibly the largest parts outside of this combat mission chain is that if you're someone who likes to tinker with builds, you have a 50% reduction to commander retraining for doubloons, only doubloons, so it still costs the same amount of elite commander XP. And then if you're retraining or resetting commander skills for doubloons, that's a 60% discount there. Still, again, the elite commander XP is not going to be discounted at all. And demounting upgrades is completely free of charge. So if you're someone who likes to tinker with builds, this might be something to look into. But again, you do have to use a lot of different builds. I think the calculation here is you're saving around 315 doubloons per commander reset if you're using 21-point commanders. So you'll need about 12 resets in the month just to add up to this 3,750 doubloons through that sort of savings, which is not a great way of looking at it. You're spending a lot more money to then spend even more money to reset your commanders over and over again. So those are the three main ways of interacting with this Battle Pass. Keep in mind that the actual rewards you receive from the Battle Pass are the same between the Premium Pass and the season bonuses. This is exactly the same when it comes to this entire Battle Pass, and this free pass is what you get up top. So the Premium Pass and the season bonuses, people, will be on this bottom track, and you'll receive both the free bonuses as well as this Premium Pass. So given that these season bonuses cost a lot more than just the Premium Pass even, why would you be incentivized to get it? Well, it comes down to the missions. And this is what you're going to see if you've bought everything. These weekly mission chains will not be here unless you have the season bonuses. This is the more expensive 3,750 doubloon cost one. If you just have the Premium Pass or even just the free-to-play version, it's just going to be these two missions. This is all you will see. And this is where I start to wonder about the value proposition of the Battle Pass. And that is how much you actually have to play the game to unlock everything. So for starters, we need to know how many points we actually need to collect here to actually finish out this Battle Pass. Each level of the Battle Pass requires 10 Battle Pass points, and there's 50 of them. So we need 500 battle pass points, or 490 considering this first level is just given to you, I believe. In their website, they talked about 490, but it's 490, 500. It's a very small difference there. Let's talk about these missions. This is how you get battle pass points. So you need 10 of these per level. Keep that in mind. So from a daily trial, you're going to get exactly 10. And notice how they're all backloaded. That's going to be a very common theme of this battle pass. And that's not exclusive to wargaming, that's just all battle passes are very backloaded, and that includes these mission chains. Notice the first rewards here, much easier to get, 300 base XP, 500 base XP, 1000 base XP, quite simple, but you only get 1 point. As soon as you get to the more difficult ones, that's when you get those extra 2 per mission. And that includes completing everything. You'll notice I haven't even completed everything on this daily trial. And that comes down to trying to figure out this entire system and not actually playing the game all that much today. Something important to note about these missions, the first 3 here are strictly about base XP. It doesn't matter if you win or lose, you just need to earn that number of base XP. And it doesn't have to be in one game, at least that's my understanding. And crucially, that comes into play here when we get to win battles and earn 1100 base XP. Win battles, earn 1200 base XP. Win battles, earn 1300 base XP. You're only going to be counting into this base XP if you win. So if you're having a bad day, getting some unlucky teams, and you end up losing a whole bunch, that progress on that base XP, if you lose, will not count here. You have to win. So given these base XP requirements on this daily trial, of course, on a daily trial, it updates every single day. We want to get our full 10 points out of this and our 1 battle pass level each day. Well, I think it's reasonable to assume this is going to take around 10 battles. I think a little bit more than that if you're getting unlucky with teams or you're a little bit of a beginner or not as good at the game. If you're a little better at the game, getting some good teams, that kind of thing, it might take you a little less. But 10 games is quite a bit of time spent playing World of Warships. If we think about each battle taking around 15 minutes, that's 2.5 hours of game time. Assuming that there's some downtime in port, battle loading, maybe you get a few longer matches, or you just even take a break, something very reasonable to do. It's around 3 hours of playtime per day. That's a lot of World of Warships just to get 1 level in the Battle Pass. Now that seems a little bit extreme, so fortunately we don't have to finish out every single day playing 3 hours a day. We have these weekly trials, and this is where you get a lot of Battle Pass points very, very quickly. So each week you're going to get this weekly trial that will update. And this is where you can get up to 8 Battle Pass levels. See here we have actually 20 points for finishing everything, 10, 10, 10, 10 otherwise. So that adds up to 80 points, which gives us 8 whole levels. So if you finish the weekly trial with 8 levels and you finish every daily trial during that week, that'll give you another 7 levels, meaning you'll get 15 whole levels per week for this battle pass. And considering that it only lasts a month, that means that if we do every single day of the daily missions, we get everything out of the weekly missions, that we actually will have 60 levels done. I'm assuming around 30 days to complete of a month, right? So that means we have 10 extra levels we don't necessarily need to make use of. Keep in mind there are a little bit of rewards after this. We'll talk about that a little bit later, but for now I just want to focus on the main meat of this battle pass. So we don't need to play or finish off 10 whole days of these mission rewards, because that is what a daily trial will give you. 10 points, 1 level per daily trial. It means with 10 levels left over, we don't need to finish that out for 10 out of the 30 or so days in a month. That means that we're still going to have to play quite a few days a week. Let's say 5 days a week, 3 hours a day. We're going to need around 15 hours a week just to make use of this battle pass with the basic missions. So that's a lot of time to be spending on World of Warships just to be finishing out this battle pass. So it's going to take you a long time, almost a part-time job's worth of time just to finish out this, even the premium tier of the Battle Pass. And that'll get you the Tier 7 Japanese light cruiser, the new premium one. I'll have actually a video up in a little bit talking about it. It's a very interesting ship, but I don't think it's going to actually be very meta. It could be fun to play though, certainly something that collectors would be interested in. So you might hear that people say that this Battle Pass is good value because it's only 2,500 doubloons. You get yourself a Tier 7 premium ship, you get yourself a bunch of steel, coal, research points, and other extra bonuses. But I don't see that as quite true because time is extremely valuable. It's 2,500 doubloons plus 15 hours a week, each week this month. So the time commitment is pretty extreme, and because of that, I don't actually recommend you buy the premium pass at the beginning of the battle pass. If you're someone who thinks they can dedicate that amount of time to this game, completing these daily trials and these weekly trials, remember, the weekly trial, daily trial, that's available to free players as well as this premium pass. It's actually only the season bonus that's actually getting these extra challenges here, and we'll talk about that in a little bit because it's very expensive to go for the premium pass and the season bonuses, but you do get a lot more of these rewards. So what do I recommend out of the free pass and the premium pass? Well, the premium pass is going to be there at Battle Pass level 1 all the way up to Battle Pass level 50. At least from my understanding of this, you can totally do all of the free missions, daily trial, weekly trial, exactly the same as someone who bought into the premium pass rewards all the way up to level 50. And then once you get there, you can spend that extra 2,500 doubloons, unlock everything on the premium pass because you've already leveled up to level 50, and then you would just click claim rewards and you'd get everything on the premium pass as well right at the end. So that way you can wait till the end of the month to see if you actually do make it to level 50. There's going to be a lot of people, in my opinion, that end up getting to level 30, level 40, I think will be extremely common. And you won't get these extra red boosters, you won't get the bigger bundles of coal, the bigger bundles of steel until you make it to these higher levels. And something you absolutely need to know is that there will be some sunk cost fallacy thoughts going on here. If you buy this premium pass, 2,500 doubloons, and you make it to level 42, let's say, well, you're missing out on all this. I may as well just buy my way to the end of it. I'm already here. I've committed so much time and doubloons. This is what your mind is going to trick you into thinking. It's a very common thing with these battle passes, and you're going to click accelerate progress. Well, what is 8 battle pass levels to buy? 8 battle pass levels to buy is another 5,000 doubloons. So over double what we originally spent just to get access to that premium tier. It's very, very expensive to purchase these battle pass rewards, or these levels, sorry. So keep that in mind when it comes to this premium pass. That's why I don't recommend you buy it up front. You should wait until the end of the month and then see how far you get and then determine whether it's worth it for that 2,500 doubloons to unlock however far you got on this battle pass. But now we have to talk about this season bonuses, because this does throw a wrench into things. It was a very simple thing to say don't buy into it until the end of the month and to be done with it. But the season bonuses changes things quite a bit. It's very expensive, 2,500 doubloons, and then you have to spend another 3,750 doubloons, I believe, just to unlock it. But what it does is it adds these mission chains. You won't see these unless you get yourself this season bonuses thing. And what that does is it gives you a lot of these battle pass levels for very, very easy missions. So 1,500 base XP, no win condition on this. Well, that's half a level right there. Another 1,500 base XP, it's another half a level right there. So all of the missions combined in this daily trial can be summed up in this first week challenge with this 2 missions right here. It accelerates your progress so quickly down the battle pass, and it means that you don't need to spend 15 hours a week grinding out these weekly trials and especially these daily trials. It means you'll have to spend far less time playing the game and still get all of the rewards. Good for people who don't have 15 extra hours a week to be playing on a game. And you may have that time some days, but are you sure you have 15 hours a week every week? I don't know. That's a lot of extra time to spend on your video games. So because the season bonuses accelerates the battle pass so much quicker, I would recommend that if you are willing to spend the money on this. Keep in mind that it's pretty expensive to buy premium time and to buy your way into this battle pass. It's around $30 a month to buy 30 days of premium and your full way through this battle pass, including these season bonuses. You do get a lot of extras for that. Premium time is always extremely valuable, and with these season bonuses, you get a very easy way through the battle pass here. You get yourself a pretty much guaranteed tier 7 premium ship. Be very difficult, I think, if you're playing a little bit throughout the month to not get that, considering how much extra levels you can get out of these challenges. But it's very expensive. $30 a month, guys. That is not a cheap experience. That's the full premium World of Warships package these days, at least with the battle pass, $30 a month US. And that's not including a time when we have a Dockyard. We don't have one of those right now. So it's getting more expensive to actually play this game as a premium user. But you are getting more out of it, I think, considering that we'll probably be having a premium ship as the end reward here. They don't want to overall lower the value of a battle pass month to month, so I would say at least a tier 7 premium ship each month in this battle pass. You're getting something for your money and your time spent, but whether it's worth it is up to you. I think that me personally, considering how much I play this game, I probably wouldn't be buying into this, even though there's some pretty nice things. I'm someone who loves to tinker with captain builds, so this free of charge demounting would be amazing. It would be really nice for me to constantly change my brawling battleship build. It's very expensive each month. Now, it's not very fair to compare a free-to-play game that is on PC, it's been here for a while, with something like the Xbox Game Pass, but that's around $10, $15 a month for access to all those games. And this is $30 a month for the premium access to the game. And yes, this game is free to play, so it's not a very great comparison, but $30 a month can get you a lot of value in a lot of different other places. So keep that in mind. Overall, my opinion here is that you should go through with the free pass, continue to do these daily missions, these weekly missions, see how far you get. If you get far enough to where you think buying into the premium pass is worth it at the end of the month, then go for it. However, if you are someone who's interested in the season bonuses, you need to get that up front, because then you're not getting the full value of it if you buy it at the end. You won't have the full value of all these missions if you can't complete your whole way through them. And of course, this season bonuses, well, you're getting some extra bonuses out of coal and steel, doubloons, commander training for doubloons, all of these things, free demounting. Well, you'd be missing out on that throughout the month. So if you're going to get the season bonuses, get it at the beginning. Otherwise, I recommend you wait until the end just to see how far you get. Something you should also consider as a free-to-play user who's going through this free battle pass, you're still getting quite a few rewards. Not as much as the premium tier, but you're still getting 15,000 coal, you're still getting 1,500 steel, even getting some Black Friday containers in this one. It's not nothing, although it's not amazing either. If we can get ourselves into the premium tier, you're barely doubling your steel, a little over doubling your steel. You're getting quite a bit extra coal, to be fair, up to 25,500. It is more than what the free tier has, but it's not like the free tier has bad rewards either. So keep that in mind. If you're buying the premium pass, it's not like you're getting access to everything here. The free-to-play players all have access to all this stuff as well. It's the premium guys that only get access to this extra. So you can think of 2,500 doubloons for all of this, plus 15 hours a week. If you're going for the full season bonus, then I think it's reasonable to say you're actually going to complete the battle pass and actually maybe progress beyond it. So if that's the case, you're going to get yourself extra flag containers and some extra resources, like some more coal and some more resource bonus containers. It's not too fancy for after the battle pass, but keep in mind, the battle pass is not easy to complete, so I don't see a lot of people actually getting to this point without spending quite a bit of money. Certainly spending all the way through and getting yourself this season bonuses. So that's my perspective on it. I definitely would recommend stay in the free tier unless you're getting these season bonuses. That's the only reason to spend up front. Otherwise, wait and see how far you get, and then determine if the premium pass is worth it to you, given how far you got in the battle pass at the end of the month. Again, keep in mind, guys, that I get access to this stuff for free. Wargaming gives me 10,000 doubloons each month. So me buying into the premium pass and the season bonuses here really didn't cost me anything at all. So me giving these recommendations, keep that in mind, that I don't actually have to shell out for this. So I'm not exactly the best equipped to tell you what to do with your money, with your time. So in the end, it comes down to you and what you think is worth it, how much time you spend on this game, and how much you're willing to spend. I've already given you my opinion on my take on what is worth doing here, in what order, at what time. So let me know what you think in the comments down below if you have any suggestions for people looking at this battle pass, and let me know what you think of my idea of staying in the free tier and waiting until the end of the month to maybe pick up a battle pass, unless you're going for season bonuses. That you just have to get at the beginning, otherwise you're not getting the full value out of your 6,000, 7,000 or so doubloons. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm sure this one will be a little bit controversial as far as adding a battle pass to the game, so remember to keep it civil in the comments below, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.